do, 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 do. Starting the stream, starting the stream, starting the stream, starting the stream, starting the stream. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Anime Freak, and welcome back to QUICK-AMATION. Yes, hang on, I'm sharing to Twitter. You can probably see that behind my head. Tweet it. Yes, I already sent it. There we are. There we go, Twitter. So, how's everybody doing? Is that oh dear. Hang on. There we go. In the chat all together, you guys can see that. There we go. Get that all together so we can all see it now. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Get the chat. There we go. All right. What we're going to do today... Well, before we start, quick disclaimer. I am tired. I am very, very tired. Let you know that right from the start. And also, the quick disclaimer, I am not an expert in anything. Duh. But I am going to show you what I know about animation. Yes, last time we did something really, really complex. We tried to do a really, 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 really rough reanimation of something. But now, we're just going to do something really, really basic. We're going to do the bouncing ball. The bouncing ball. I know it's a cliche, but it works. Now, what we need is my standard glove to prevent oil from getting onto my Q1 drawing tablet, which is what I use. I also have my Richard Williams Expanded Edition Animator's Survival Kit. All handy-dandy to me. And this is a Huon. I forget the model number again. I meant to look that up, sorry. But as you can probably see it right here. Very nice. Cost $500. Yes, I did it in payments. Yes, I did. So there we are. A little pin right here. So, one person watching at the moment. No comments to worry about as of right now. So, let's get into it. Now, what is timing and what is spacing is the thing we need to think about when we're animating anything. So, let's get into it real fast. I'm not just an expert at explaining things. Yes, I am. Over here. Now, right tool, we want to establish our vanishing point. And what that is basically perspective. Like you see on the title card of this particular series. So there's our vanishing point. We're going to use the line tool to create our horizon plane. If I can get it directly through there. Appropriate angle. There we are. There we are. That is our established plane and our horizon right here. Everything we draw is going to gravitate towards this central point. That's what a vanishing point is. It's not just a movie. Any comments there? Not yet. I always like to check the comments. Always like to do that. And so, timing and spacing. What we want to do is make sure on a different... No, same layer. Create our area for our ball to bounce. And what I'm going to do is a ball bouncing towards the... like this. Bouncing towards the camera. Thusly. So what we need to do after that is establish the hits. Where is the ball going to hit the ground? Bounce, up, bounce. Every time it hits the ground, that's our timing. So let's see here. We want it to be really, really close together as it's closer to the vanishing point. Like so. Just use some little X's here. That, 1, 2, 3. Getting further apart as we get closer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a really big one, 10. So there we are. Check the comments again. There we go. And there we have our timing for our bouncing ball. Yay! This is nothing to celebrate. What am I doing? I'm going the full Muppet on this. So, how large should our ball be? What kind of ball should it be? Should it be a light ball? Should it be a heavy ball? Does it bounce and then boom, 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 and really struggle? You know what I mean? Or does it bounce really high and then go very far? Well, let's count how many hits we put on our timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, a bowling ball, something super heavy, is only going to bounce like once or twice when it hits the ground because it's so heavy. It hits the ground, bam, 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 bam. Like so. Like I did right there. I should have done these in advance, now I think about it. But then again, this is all spontaneous. Very impromptu this is. So, save that real fast. So this is going to be a light ball because it has so many hits. It bounces so many times. And let's go into it. It's our first layer. Right there. And we need to add some frames. We need to add 10 frames for our keyframes here. There we are. Every hit is what we're going to draw. Multiple keyframes. Let's draw in 10. This is going to be a very complex one, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Maybe I should have made it more simple. But then again, I am me. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Now that disappeared because I forgot to remove these frames. So let me just do that real fast. Remove the keyframes and make them into hold frames for this layer. That way we see the thing. You see the vector layer. The vanishing point in the background and all that stuff. Whatever the word is I'm supposed to be using. Because I forget. My brain is a damn etch-a-sketch. So now we have everything all nice and set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. Okay, good. We have our bases covered. So let's start. Put our little ping pong balls. First hit right here. And the next hit, turn on the onion skin so we can see where we are. Right here. Establish the size. Because we're doing a perspective shot, we want to make sure we're getting the perspective there to decent. Don't have to be perfect. This is not being completed for anything other than demonstrating the concept. Here we are. A bit larger now. There we go. Much larger now. That's some bad spacing right there, but you know what? I think we can skip that. Yeah. Actually, right here. Little changes like that are not entirely unexpected when doing just little exercises like this. Little tiny exercises that are not all that important overall. Maybe it's going down on a curve like so. And right here. There we go. Sketch that out and into place. We'll fill it in later on. Completely. Anyone there? Nobody there. Okay, that is way too low. And we take advantage of our digital medium like so. Maybe a little larger. Select the scaling tool. A little bit larger. There we go. That looks pretty even. Because it's a ball, it's going to bounce up and down evenly because of the way the energy is distributing. He meant to say, not distributing. Distributing. I've invented a word. It is my word and no one else can use it. Unless they pay me, which they never will. So there we are. And we're going to have this ball just bounce off screen. What do you say? It's a really large one right here. No, wait. Off screen. Yeah, it's going to be much larger. Like so. There we go. Really get it in there. Awesome. Maybe a little lower. So it's even with the rest of the line, more or less. There we go. Kind of driving me nuts because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So, what do we have so far? 9 spaces. That's okay. Like I said, we're not trying to be perfectionists on this. Set this for our end time. And set this to a nice pedestrian 6 frames per second so we can preview what we are doing. There we are. There we are. It looks like it's rolling at us. There we go. So now, let's go back to our charting layer. Make a new charting layer. Like so. So let's see everything that we are doing by telling the onion skin to show us the entire future instead of just part of it. Okay. So now we want our dynamic line tool, a different color to differentiate it. So here we go. It's going to come off over the horizon like so. Have some nice even arcs. Maybe not very high. Like it has a lot of forward momentum. It's thrusting forward, so it's kind of skipping. Like so. To the next. To the next. To the next. To the next. There we go. That's a little off the chart. But that's okay for the time being. I'm just reminding myself so I don't get enamored with the getting everything exactly right. There we go. There we go. Making sure all of our keys are highlighted there. Go through it real fast, make sure it looks okay. That it does. And how many frames in between shall we do? This is where we think about spacing, the clustering. When a ball goes up, it goes up quickly and it goes down quickly. Tends to go down a little, depending on the weight of the ball, may go down a little further, or a little faster. Sorry. And there's a bit of hang time, I guess we would say. So it was like boom, 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 so forth. So we need to establish how many frames we want to start with. So let's start with just 3 in between each one. Add multiple keyframes. No, 10, that's too many. So just 3. 1 to go up, 1 to hang, 1 to go down. Start with that. Just slowly build this in. Give me a moment here as we do that. 9 times in a row. In between each frame, making sure there's 3 in between each one. There we go. Like so. And there we are. This is where it ends, and we just use these 2 frames right here to have it bounce off screen. Going up. Okay. We want to go to the middle of these frames. Like so. Go further back on the previous ones. We want to establish the ball going up. Wrong color. Wrong tool. Make sure we have the regular pencil selected there. There we are. Not many people to interact with just yet. The height of the bounce right there. We want it to be exactly, well, actually in this case, at the very, very beginning, exactly evenly small. In between the 2 sizes is what you wanted to say. The intermediary between 2 sizes of the ball in question there. And I'm doing this all on the same goddamn layer because I'm tired and I'm an idiot. The word idiot, ladies and gentlemen, is wonderful. Got that one. So in between, oh my, hard to keep track of there. There we go. That's why I got screwed up. I still had all this highlighted. Highlight the sport with the ball, and you throw it against the wall with a hurl, the curved thing, whatever you want to call it. There we go. So in between there again. There we are. Any questions yet? No raised hands. Not too many Hermiones out there. Ha 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 ha. Moving on. Keep this going. This is all the stuff that you normally see being put into fast motion. And a regular video done by someone who actually went to art school. Why didn't you go to art school, Anime Freak? Why didn't you go to art school? I tried, but they didn't let me in. Apparently it doesn't work if you go to a college and just hang around at the door going, through the bars. They tend to call security at that point. Anime Freak sings badly. Would not be a good channel because it would make people's ears bleed. There we go. Doesn't matter if it overlaps there. Worry about exact placement a little bit later. A little bit larger. 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 No, don't go to a dirty place. That's my job. There we go. And there we are. Okay. Now, let's select this as our endpoint now. Set end time and play. Boing, 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 boing. Yes. Yes. It will come together someday. Not now, but later. Because the spacing is all even at the moment. There we go. Also, there's no squish squash. Mainly because it is a ping pong ball. Yes. So it's going. There we are. Drawbacks of trying to do perspective, ladies and gentlemen. When you're not entirely sure how. What can really help is you go in. Go in tight. Go in tight for the kill. Like I said, hang times. It wants to be really close towards the frame in front of it, like so, to emulate that movement. There we are, like so. You see what I'm doing? Animating towards a bias to make it look fast. Yes, towards certain frames. We want hang time, so we put the frames we actually see. Because the more frames there are, the slower things move, and the less frames there are, the faster they move. Yes. Now, welcome to my rambling. This sort of thing I do on by myself. I talk to the camera even when it's off. Is that an addiction? I don't know. It probably is. I'm seeing like a minion. There we are. Yes. Oh, the lazy lob work going on here. Lazy? What lazy work? There is no lazy work on this channel. Never, not once will Anime Freak ever be lazy, except for every time that he has the opportunity to be lazy, he ends up being lazy by accident. Because he's very precise. And if that made sense to anybody, let me know, because quite frankly, I want to know how you think. Alright, now we can pull back some more. Here we are. Towards the green. Towards the green, to give that illusion of hang time. It's going to be a very blobby ball. It's going to move very weirdly. Very strangely. Full of strange weirdness and oddities. Yeah. This is why we don't animate uneven spacing, because it will look weird. This is going to look weird anyway. Because I'm doing it very, very quickly. And attempting perspective without really sketching it out first. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I've been awake for a long, long time. Coffee is my friend. Coffee is my friend. And then you rip your eardrums out because coffee is my friend. Anime Freak won't shut up. Some of my coworkers snap at me and they tell me to shut up. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! It's not a joke. More balls. More balls. More balls. There's only one ball. You have to think of it fourth dimensionally. If you see all these frames at once, it looks like there are many balls. But you see it the way humans perceive it in 3 dimensions. And there is only one ball. Physics. Physics, damn it. That's what that was. Science. Science, bitch. Okay, I want a t-shirt that says science, bitch. It's like a periodic table full of random crap on it. Random thoughts are silly. Because I'm silly. That's what my niece tells me. I saw my niece, by the way. I saw my niece. I got called out of town. Oh, by the way, I am sorry about the timing on these live streams. Because I got called out of town on the days off that I said I would have. To see family. You know, because my sister-in-law is expecting. She could go into labor any moment. At any moment. The whole family's watching her like a time bomb. Talk about stress. And some more spacing for hang time. There we are. There we go. A little bit maybe further up. There we go. For this one, for this one right here. Larger. Larger. Bigger. Stronger. There we go. And now off screen for the ball here. Much bigger. Like so. This is going to be odd exit. Right here. There we go. Down lower. Imply that the ball is lower. There we go. Okay. All the frames exist now. Now, in the words of the Joker surgeon from 89, Batman 89, let's see how we did. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the head from, what was it? It reminds me of the head from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. When Grimm's head gets cut off, it kind of follows this sort of conk, 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 conk thing around. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that. Anyone else here? No? Okay. We have our first exercise. Do you see what I mean? Timing and spacing. Spacing gives us the illusion of movement, of weight, substance. This is a very light object going conk, conk, conk. It's distributing its mass very evenly, so it bounces. Distributing its kinetic energy. Think with your brain. Use your words. It's distributing its kinetic energy based on its weight and its structure. This is an object that is very, very light and is made out of a robust material that is equal to its own weight. Meaning that it's like a skull. Like I said before. A skull is very, very well structured to hold its own weight. Or a ping pong ball is. A bowling ball, not so much. I mean, you can drop a ping pong ball from a great, great height and it's not going to split in two. Or crack or destroy itself when it hits the ground, even at terminal velocity. It's designed to travel at terminal velocity. Bowling ball, not so much. You drop it from a great height, you're going to see it split in half. I guarantee it. It's going to chip, it's going to do something. So that's what I mean. It is a balanced object distributing its energy evenly. Which means it's going to end something like this. And then start rolling. Sort of like, wouldn't that be another example besides a ping pong ball? It would be more like this. Completely round object. Because any surface details are going to change the way it moves. Like if it was an actual head rolling, I mean the nose, for one, would stop it immediately. It's like a big spike running around. Like a kickstand in bed. There's a joke for you. Don't look up that joke, you'll be horrified. There we go. So I think a good example of that would be... Ooh! Not something that's squishy. So a tennis ball or a racquetball would be out. Anyway, I'm spending too much time. I'm losing my... That's what I was thinking of, a baseball. A baseball is meant to have high impact into it. A baseball, though, it does have surface features which change the way it rolls. However, they do make completely smooth baseballs. They're used in some games, I think Canadian football? No, Canadian baseball? I think that's correct. Because the way baseballs are made, you don't need to have that leather outer shell that's held together with the big stitches around the outside. That's just a traditional for show kind of thing. So let me see here. Okay, what else did I promise? No one from the previous stream is here, so no one is here to remind me what I promised. I should have wrote it down. Like I said, Etch a Sketch brain. This is why it takes Amy Freakle so long to do stuff, because he can't remember stuff. Welcome to the world of taking too much Benadryl in your life. Early onset Alzheimer's. It's not fun. Oh yeah, I promised to show you all how to draw. Oh. What I know about drawing, well, not that much, and I mean serious drawing. So let me see here. Yep, template. By the way, that was my template settings. 1920 by 1080. That is a HD format. There we go. So let's see here. What are we going to draw? Some life drawing? Something that you guys can see. My face, maybe? Don't you all want to see my face? You all want to see my face. You want to see it burn. And let's see here. No, all the way back to 0. There we go. So I was talking to the program. So let's structure. Okay, we're going to draw my head and my shoulders. Basically just a bust. Like a stone bust. That sort of thing. So what we're going to do is start with the line of action, dictating what pose I'm in. See, this will be a curved line of action. This will be another curve. This will be a totally straight line of action. Also, am I turning towards you maybe? Oh, yes, let's do that. Turning towards you. I'm like this. It's a terrifying face, isn't it? Imagine if you woke up and you saw that. You would never sleep again. There's a Jeff the Killer reference there. Scared myself. So, line of action, kind of hunched over, so like, so with the line of action, there we are. And now at this tip of the line of action, we draw the head. How large is the head? Dictate the shoulders, try and estimate, looking at my reflection. Like I say, I have a gigantic big old mirror right in front of me. So, try and gauge that. The breadth of the shoulders is way higher than the head to the center of the chest. Yes, on me as a person, individually. So let's see here. Draw in the head, just very, very lightly, get some sketch work in for that. And then the first shoulder, like I said, I'm turn shoulder towards camera. So a very, very large shoulder ball. This is the structuring of the human body. The shoulder is a very important thing, which you can easily damage. Ask me about work. And then we need the other shoulder going down, because I'm like this. I'm like this. I do this when I hunch over to draw. That's why I have such bad posture. Eventually I'm going to be Quasimodo. And not in a fun James Baxter way. More in a Hotel Transylvania sort of way. Just like, And enough pretending to be something I'm not. What? Why don't you stop the stream then? Ha ha ha! Badunch and rim shots and so forth. Yeah, put the other shoulder way down there. There we go. There's the other shoulder. And we bridge with the collar line, like so, over the shoulder. There we go. There we are. And now we structure the torso. It's going to be extending logically. Because the shoulder, it bulges out, and the bottom down here, it gets a little bit thinner, and then it kind of bulges out again. Following the shape of the rib cage here, a bit logically. I am way fatter than this, but I'm not good at drawing fat people. Not, okay? I look at myself naked in the mirror trying to draw myself, and I cry, and the mirror breaks, and half the world is aware of it because they have this psychic sense of evil is occurring. That sort of thing. Check the chat. Nobody here. So I want to think of this as a solid shape right here, like the edge of a shape. I hate to use the has-been hotel reference again, but this is the reference that is coming to my mind right now. But you notice when Charlie has a beautiful design when it comes to her torso. The shoulders are very, very beautiful, the way they come together and the way they move and all that stuff. But if you look at her torso side on, you'll see that it's kind of like a cut out shape of something. So you have this sort of blockness to it. It's implied. It's not explicit. You don't exactly see a line. It's implied that there's a line. And that's in the structuring, that's where we're going to remind ourselves. Come off the exact shoulder so that it's wider and goes down like so. So there we are. We have the side on of the shoulder. Right here is the side boob. I'm not going to draw that because I'm not gonna, okay? I'm drawing myself here. I have a long neck here, but then again, I'm probably going to go with a more realistic approach for this instead of doing a more cartoony thing, and I'll explain what I mean in a moment. So let's complete this torso here. There we go. Get that so we don't lose track. Curve that off a bit to follow the line of action a bit more. There we go. Okay, now what I meant. When you do a more animated cartoon, well, you know what I mean, animated. More cartoon, stylized. Let's say stylized. When you do a more stylized character, you just use the facial structure lines, like this, and just draw the face off of this. It'd be nose right here and so forth. When you draw the cheeks like right here and be connected like that, and that'd be the entire face. So the bottom of the jaw be right here. This line tells you where the character is facing, like this way, that way, the other way. This tells you the dimension of the eyes, where the eye line is. It's literally the eye line. So we'll be using that to guide ourselves. And I'm going to be more realistic, which means I'm going to build the cheeks off of the face. And I'll show you what I mean real fast. Let's just draw a real fast example right here. A more animated character would have all their features built directly off these lines, like so. Here, that is there. And a more realistic, let me enlarge that eraser. More realistic drawing would be you do the whole skull, and the face comes off of the skull. If you actually look at the skull, that's why it has that shape, where the eyes are right at the bottom of the actual skull dome. And that's what we're going to do, actually. Draw the facial line and use the bottom curve of the ball to show the eye line. And we build off of it. We build the cheek muscles, that structure. Come on down, like so. And then there we have the jaw. And we build the rest of the skull off of that. Now, I know this is anatomically correct and everything, but I personally have a problem with it. It's only this one little structure right here that annoys the living hell out of me. Because I look at it in the mirror and I know it's there, but it looks off to me. I can't explain why. I like the other way better, but I know this is how you need to do it. So enough of this example. Let's draw it on the actual character that we're drawing. So, like that. Oh, I've already screwed up. Oh, no, I haven't. There we go. And build that off of there. There we go. We want to give the illusion that the chin is looking up at us, because that's what I have right here. Sort of like that. So we need to draw that extra fat on the neck. Yes, everybody has extra fat on the neck. It's either surgery or random chance that you don't have this little waddle right here. Everyone's got it, even in small amounts. Some people have too much and they have double chins. Like so, all these fun wrinkles you can add to a character to give personality. Stop playing with your face. I haven't said that to myself in a while. Get the nose in there real fast. Let's do a more realistic nose. I have a massive honker. That's what she said. Get the eye more or less right. Doing realistic eyes is a bitch and a half. It's a very intricate little shape that's recessed into the skull to protect the eyeball. That's why you have such large forehead. Some people have bigger foreheads. Doesn't necessarily mean they're smart or they're criminals or supervillains. Watch your friends. What they have the large forehead and the big head. They could be supervillains someday. By supervillains, I mean accountants. I panicked. I was reaching for a putt. Never mind. No. Stop trying to be entertaining and be entertaining. Damn it. And there we are. Give myself this little expression. Connect the eye right here. There we go. Let's get in a little more detailed here. Anyone commenting? Nope. Okay. I'll just write this off as a failure then. Connect that. And do we want to have the eye lines connected or separate? In real life, it's connected the whole way through. We have almond-shaped eyes as a species. Some animals actually have open eye endings. Not creatures that blink. Oh, fish. There's an example. They typically have that kind of eye, like that. But by majority, fish. Not the famous fish, the goldfish, and the guppies, and so forth. Sharks have recessed eyeballs. Then again, sharks don't have bones at all. So there we go. Let's connect it sideways like so, giving a slight skewness, making sure that it looks top-heavy to imply eyelashes and depth, all that to the eye, like so. And then we want a more animated eyeball, like so. What am I talking about? This is completely cartoony, what I'm doing. Yeah, I did mess up. I drew a cartoon character without meaning to. Haha, I'm Gary Larson. No one got that reference. Put the ear directly behind the eye using our eye line to do that. A little C. Let's just draw it as a C for the time being. So, ooh! Happenstance. See this little line right here? It's more or less what I want for the smile. There we go. Follow that. Draw the top and the bottom of the mouth first is what I like to do. Then connect them to give personality. Let's draw the teeth in now. There we are. That is so stupid. That is the dumbest smile I think I've ever drawn. Let's change that. Let's make it come down a bit, like so. There we go. Then again, this is me. I can't draw a smile without making it look stupid for some reason. Smiles are the most hard thing for me to draw. You mean most difficult? Yes, I mean most difficult thing for me to draw. Because I don't know how to smile. Now let's give myself a proper mustache. Because I have the most epic mustache in all the universe. Because I do. The end. Just deal with it. There we are. That's more or less correct from what I'm seeing in that mirror. Oh yes. Let's see here. Draw the pupil. Try and get the pupil right as he's looking at the camera. Do it as an oval. That is a stylistic choice because the iris itself in real life is totally round. It's one of the most round things on our bodies. Make that smaller, and then I'm going to give some highlights because the eyeball is constantly wet and glistening. That's why you blink all the time. And I forgot to fill that in to erase it out. There we go. Yeah, this looks nothing like me. See, I got this little shape to my hair here. Let's draw this in. Little flit. Comes back behind the ear. A little bit over because my barber doesn't pay attention to anything he does. Much like I when I draw art. Why is this starting to look like a... Oh, Gabby Cat, hello. I haven't been here in a while. Hi. Hello, Gabby Cat. How you doing? You doing good, Gabby Cat. We're drawing a me. We're drawing not a very good me, to be honest, but, you know, a me. Yeah, there we go. He looks like a character throwing off a robot chicken. Guess what I was watching earlier. Let's see here. Let's see. Get that. Get my rather unruly oral hair here. There we go. follow the line of the eyebrows like so. There we are. Get all that together-ish. Gabby Cat, how you doing? What? Says Gabby Cat. Anime? Yes, can you hear me? Let me check. Can you hear me? You was watching Naruto? How is Naruto these days? I have not watched in a while. I have been busy with things of real life nature. So there we go. So one layer of hair. Because my front hair is absolutely obliterated by wearing a hat at work all day. So there we go. Some movement in the hair. There we go. Starting to look like a reject from what do you call it? Yu-Gi-Oh! There we go. Give myself some anime-esque Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. And right behind here does a duck turn. A ducktail is what you want to call it. There we go. Like so. And over the side does a flit like this. How are you? Shippuden. Shippuden. We're already... Oh, that's right. Shippuden. I've not seen much of Shippuden. Shippuden. There we are. I can't even say the word right, let alone watch it. And I have this structure like that. All these proportions are totally wrong. You know, this is not photorealism. I never took actual drawing classes. Oh, I'm a failure and a fraud and a failure of a fraud. So there we are. There's a poor structuring. There we go. That is not correct to what we will need to draw. We have our chin right here, so we need to draw it out like this, following that line that we established. There we go. And another line right here, following the jugular of the neck. That was too much. There we go. So like this. That's not really how you pronounce it, but I'm not sure either. I think it's Shippuden. Then again, I do not speak Japanese. So here we are. Actually, let's turn this into an actual frame. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Stop. There we go. That's an actual frame now. So we can choose to animate this if we want. Now let's draw. That's a decent enough face. What do you think? Is that a decent enough face to continue? Or is that one of those faces where you should forget it ever exists? I am not fond of the way I personally look, so I'm leaning on destroying it and never looking back. What do you all think? Waiting for a response from Gabby Cat. Look, you can see yourself on screen. Oh, there's a delay. It's okay. It's okay, she say. Okay, now, the hand. The hand is a bitch. It can do everything. Especially piss you off. It can strangle you when you don't do it right. Alright, hand. Let's do this. Let's show everyone how Animafic draws a hand. Start off with the basic structure of the palm. Like so. You always want to draw the shoulder, then the hand and its placement, and then do the elbow last. So here we go. And we want to draw this structure of the hand, that whole sort of, what do you call that? Teardrop shaped area that holds the pinky, and that one muscle of the palm. I don't know the anatomically correct name of that. Sorry. I know there is one. Complete that shape right there. We'll come back and draw the fingers later. And then we want the thumb side, which is shorter and always goes off at an opposite angle. There we go. Well, not opposite, like this, a crossing angle. I think that's what that is. Then we have the hand. And now we need to draw where the fingers are going to be. Out here like that, sort of giving a hello reference hand there. There we go. The mitt, as Don Bluth would say. Over. Now we have the pinky. Any new comments? But Gabby Cat, it's goosey. I miss the DDLC streams. I know. I can't play it more than once. There's not much point in playing it more than once. I played the whole thing. I know there's DLC, but then it's just DLC. It's not the same thing. I've already looked into it. Oh, God. Thought about playing other games where I do voice acting. Maybe you'd like to suggest some later on. There we are. So now we need to draw the ring finger right here. Ring finger is sort of not as important. It's always the filler finger. In the middle finger, this is very, very important if you're a teenager, this finger. Now the most important finger of all, the index finger, which is almost always either shorter than the ring finger or the exact same length. In my case, it is shorter, as you see. So down here. Okay, there we go. And now the thumb. Thumb always has this sort of flick to it. At least in my case, that's how I tend to hold it, like so. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll draw it here. Okay, it starts by going out and coming back in, and then comes back thusly, more or less. This is very, very fast, very, very rough, and I started this stream without practicing. Probably a bad move on my part. My phone is dying, but that's okay. Power saving, yeah! You can mess with the files. Oh, I know, I tried that a few times and it ended disastrously. All kinds of horrible things happened. Like giant Momoka. No one wants to see gigantic Momoka. Well, some people want to, but they're weird. Okay, there we go. And there's a hand. And we draw the elbow in like I say do. It's even with my face, like so. So the elbow's going to be pointing out. So let's make sure we get that effect. Like so. Draw complete shapes to break down the human figure. Then we connect that shoulder up. Down so. This is not entirely successful, like I say. Very, very quick, inexperienced hand going on. Pun. There we go. Huh. It was a bit like Flash, doesn't it? There we go. Some basic structuring going on. How else to proceed? There we go. Complete the shoulder here. Let's have this arm going all the way down. And your shoulder is even with your hip. Down, all the way down here. Not your shoulder, your elbow. All the way down here. So then it comes off like that. Let's have that continue into there. There we go. So there we have more or less a me. Not a lot of movement going on there. What do you think, Momoka? Momoka is gone. I mean, Gabby Cat is gone. Momo Gabby Cat is gone. There we are. So here we go. What do you all think? I know! Oh my goodness, it's terrible. So, let's animate something about this, shall we? What shall I do next? Like so. Come on down. Move in. Let's lean me in a bit, like so. Line of action, squat. Like this. Shoulders in. Lean in. I'm tucking my neck way in. Build that structure again, like so. We're doing this way faster now. There we are. Okay, like so. Have my head in like this. There we are. Where should my hand be? Oh, like this. The elbow is going to be off screen down here. This arm is just hanging out like that. a little more consistent there. Larger. There we go. Like I said, this is going to be a 1-hour stream. Maybe I didn't say it. I'm not all that good at explaining things, am I? Only now does Anime Freak realize that. You realized that at the very beginning. You are smarter than Anime Freak. Congratulations. You're also smarter than a rock. By that logic. Let's see here. Try and get this more or less correct to the drawing previously. Adaptability. Adaptability. Whatever happened to adaptability? It died a horrible death, along with my drawing ability. There we are. Getting closer to the camera. Switching eye downage. Very basic change of expression going on here. Here we are. Like that. Very basic face right there. Ears hopefully in the right place. Hopefully in the right place, he said. Not inspiring confidence in himself, is he? Draw a tornado of a hair I drew earlier. Draw it in. Just do it very, very roughly. Like that. There we go. Back in. Draw that flip before the hair. There we are. And more or less the same thing going on, but in a disc form, like so. Then it comes down other direction. There we are. I am not all that focused on this because I am not unplugged like we talked about last time. And next time I will be doing a video game stream, don't you worry. Tonight seems to have been a bomb. What else could people be doing on a Saturday night? Haha! Some four-line wrinkles there, forehead wrinkles. There we are. Okay. Get the mitt for the fingers positions right here. So we're doing that thing. Dismissive. Like that. Eyes more or less the right direction for the look. There we are. Very, 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 very extra super rough. I want to be an animator, John said. Anime Freak said. That's just absolutely miserable there. That's alright though. That's alright. Misery is a part of life. We need to accept it, damn it. Otherwise we'll go fucking insane. There we are. Sort of action here. Get the folds in the fingers right here. Start the finger, index, middle, and ring, pinky, right there. Build off of there. There we are. There we are. Thumb. Get the fold in the hand right there. Move the forearm in here. There we are. More or less. There we are. Let me save this. QUICK-AMATION 3. Okay. The spacing on 3. Put that on 1. 0. There we go. You can see where that would go, wouldn't you? Yes. 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 It's not quite shit. Yes, I'm one step above shit. It's the name of a band. One step beyond shit. Above shit. No. One step beyond shit is better. For a band name, yes. Okay, I can see where this is going. This is gonna be an awkward it's gonna be an awkward archive. I'm very, 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 very tired. Look at Anime Freak. He's very, very, very tired. He is so tired that he's forgotten how tired he is. He's slowly rotating in his chair away from the camera and not exactly realizing it. But he's talking about it out loud to himself. Get back there. There we go. What do y'all think? There. It's a bit like that joke in Mystery Science 3000 when they see all the parts laid on across the floor. This great big machine, and they say, "Look, it's done. What do you think?" That's what this is in animation form. Very unsuccessful. No proportion control. None. None. Yeah. You can fix that, though. There we are. There, my hand looks like it's made out of rubber. Everyone needs a rubber hand. Actually, everyone just needs a rubber. There's it. There we go. My rambling, incoherent thoughts. Trying to use them to entertain people. Seems ill-advised. And there we are. This would work a lot better if I had someone else in the room. There's no one else in the room. Hey, everyone out there not watching. You in the future, whoever you are, in the distant future, in the world of tomorrow, I'm going to say goodnight for the time being. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like button to let me know about it. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss a thing. Thank you for watching this very bizarre vlog, which is what I'm probably going to be calling it. Where I'm ultra tired and I can't think. No one was here. And there's a very odd-looking me staring into my soul. Good God, I gave him soul-killing eyes. Well, that's what my eyes are like. No wonder people are afraid of me. This is why I'm single, damn it. Oh no, self-deprecation humor. You don't deserve it, Anime Freak. Oh yeah, I do. Shut the hell up. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna end this now before I say something embarrassing. Look, infinite me. Is anyone else showing up? No? Okay. You all have a very nice night.